In the next 10,000 years, the star which Earthlings have named WOH-G64 will explode as a supernova. The planet was inhabited by creatures who were very similar to those in the book Flatland. However, on this planet, the creatures were all rectangles of various dimensions. To locate a planet capable of sustaining life for their people, a spaceship from a planet orbiting WOH-G64 traveled 160,000 light years to reach our solar system. One alien was left behind on each of our solar system's 8 planets and 2 of our dwarf planets. Here's my side note. I still count Pluto as a planet. You need to know that about me. Okay. But I'll be fine right now. The alien who was left behind on Earth noticed rectangular-shaped objects mounted on poles along the roads. One stated, free concert in the park Saturday. One stated, garage sale. So what was the alien seeing? What was it seeing? Signs. Okay. In order to be inconspicuous, she took on the shape of a similar rectangle, 18 units wide by 24 units long. At first, this planet seemed perfect, but exposure to Earth's atmosphere caused something very strange to happen. After exactly 1 hour, the alien split in half. Now there were 2 aliens, each 1/2 as big as the original alien. After another hour, each of those 2 aliens split in half. Now there were 4 smaller aliens. After each hour, each alien split in half again. You are to model what happened to the number of aliens and the size of each alien by repeatedly cutting each of your aliens in half. I need to make something clear before we go on. We are not literally cutting aliens in half. I need you to know that. Okay? Number 1, I'm out of aliens. And I don't want to cut them in half because that seems a little harsh. Okay? Complete the table as you make each set of cuts. Use this table for the 2 graphs on the following pages. The first graph will show the number of aliens with respect to time, and the second graph will show the size of aliens with respect to time. So let's fill out this table together. Okay? Filling out the table together, if it's 0 hours since the alien landed, there's 1 alien, and that alien is 432 units squared, right? Where did 432 units squared come from? 18 times 24, right? Okay. How do we write this number of aliens in exponential form? You want to come back to that one? Okay. Number 1. 1 hour since the alien landed. How many aliens are there? 2. We're going to come back to this one. What's the area of each alien? If this is the first alien, 18 by 24, and it cuts in half, is it? Is it cutting in fourths or in half? Just in half, right? So maybe like this. So 18 by 12, right? 18 by 12, what's that when you multiply that? 216, okay. After 2 hours, how many aliens are there? 4. What's the area of each alien now? How do you know that? So we have to divide this shape by 2. So are you thinking about that it cuts in half like this or it cuts in half like this? First of all, does it matter?
No.
It doesn't. Okay, so you said this one, so I'll draw that one. So now this one was 12 already, and so now this one is 9. So what's 9 by 12? 108. Okay. 3 hours since the alien landed. How many aliens are there? 8. All right, because it's doubling. Well, they're cutting in half, so they're doubling, right? The number is doubling. We're coming back to this one. What about this area? Maybe like this. So now that's a 6 and a 9. 54. 4 hours after they landed, how many aliens are there? 16. And what's the area? Guys, do I have to keep using this drawing? No? You already saw the pattern, didn't you? What's the pattern? half, 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 half. Good. 27. 5 hours after the alien landed, how many aliens are there? 32. And what's the area? 13.5. 6 hours after it landed, what's the number of aliens? 64. Excellent. And what's the area? Yep. 6.75. Now we really need to go back to this column and fill in. If I know the number of aliens, do you think I can figure out the number of aliens in exponential form? What's happening to each of these numbers? They're doubling, so you think that might be a power of 2? So if I have 2, I have to figure out the power, right? Well, this one's easy, right? 2 to what power is 2? 1. 2 to what power is 4? 2 to what power is 8? And then, so this is 4. And this is 5. 6. Well, what kind of pattern is happening here with these exponents? It's just increasing by 1, isn't it? So then what should this one be? To the 0. Does that make sense in the context of the problem? Is 2 to the 0 power 1? Yes, because anything to the 0 power is 1, right? Okay, so are you okay with that? Then tell me, if there's n hours since we landed, what is the number of aliens in exponential form? 2 to the n power. Excellent. Okay, so far? So there are 11 questions on this worksheet. This first page, 1 through 5, talks about the number of aliens as a function of time. So on this chart that we just created, we're talking about the number of aliens as a function of time, right? So that first page, you're only using these 2 columns, aren't you? Okay. Look at the top of this second work page right here. It's the third page on the worksheet. It says the area of each alien as a function of time. The area of each alien as a function of time. So that for that second page, we're only looking really at those 2, aren't we? Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. So you have the rest of the period to work on this. Ask questions if you need to. I have my answer key back here on my desk if you want to come and check as you're working. Okay? Any questions before you get started?